bring this angle up. If they wanted a little feather, like my bang kind of goes up and then kind of comes over. So what you want to do, if this is where she parts her hair, you're going to do this part first. You're going to do this little tiny square part right here. This little tiny triangle right there. That's where I have that little tiny spot. And you're just going to ever so slightly etch out that hair. And then she has that, and now I can connect this angle and come all the way down. So I want you to see this. Now I'm going to etch little tiny pieces of hair coming all the way down to match this. So my hand is coming over and I'm ever so slightly, this is called sly layering. Ever so slightly, keep taking some off, take some off. So there'll be little imaginary little layers that are going to kind of blend and come very soft down. I'm just going to do a little bit more. See, now this side I didn't do it, and if they do have a pretty strong part, you could just do the one side and you don't even have to do the other, but because hers is almost in the middle, I do need to do the other side, but I want to show you what it looks like, the difference. See how much softer this is coming down? Still has the length though, that's what I love. A lot of times people say, oh, you can only do long layers, you can't connect the top to the bottom like that. Yeah, you can. Just little baby pieces and just etch it out all the way down. It doesn't have to be perfect, you want it to be very natural. Now I'm going to connect this piece with this piece, and you're going to take the little square here. Now I'm going to go the other side. So now don't pull on it either, because that's a nice big calic. Any calics you do not pull on. Nice and gentle. Now the last piece is right here. I'm going to ever so slightly keep etching it out. And that's just more angles. See, so now we have a beautiful, long, angled haircut. Short bangs to these pretty long. And people might just want this, because this can feather back and put little feathers in there if she likes that. Or, because some people like it very thick in the back and they want it one length, this is the perfect kind of haircut for someone like that. Okay, so this is this kind of haircut that we just did. So it's a little bit of a bang. You can't really see that bang, but you can if we blew it dry. Otherwise, she could keep it just kind of a nice little feather that will come over, and the angles. This is that kind of haircut. This is that kind of haircut. This is that kind of haircut. So is this. And so is this a little bit with a little extra layers. And I'm going to teach you how to put layers like this in for the next one and layers like that. This one is this haircut in the front with a whole bunch of layers on top of it. So that is a great representation when somebody comes to you and says, I want that haircut. Now you know how to do that haircut. This is the beginning of it. We did the angle. We did all those nice angles in the front. And this way she has a nice V in the back as well as her V. I bring her whole haircut and it all comes to the front. And I just angle it right around and make sure that those are even. I don't ever go in the back and cut the back straight or anything. I actually just cut the whole thing from the front. I want to teach you how to angle this haircut and do different kind of layers depending on the kind of hair, kind of canvas that you're working with. If it's hair like hers, it'd be pretty simple. It would also be called sly layering. And I basically take a section and go straight down. And then I take the next section, I take a piece of that section and I do it where it lives. I go straight down and I take here and then I go straight down. And then I'll work this side and then this side. So if you're wondering, you know. Take this first. I'm going to Okay, that's one way to do it. You can cut into it too if you'd like, but you have to make it real shattery. There's not going to be no lines. Now let me show you what that would look like. If I cut a straight line, and this is the other thing, sometimes people hold this angle like this. If I did, you'd get a big ledge right here. So if you're finding that you're getting a lot of ledges, you're holding your fingers wrong. Just remember that. You're gonna hold your fingers up. It's gonna be steep angle. So even when you're grabbing that hair, you put your fingers in, and I'm grabbing it. Medium, always take it where it lives. That means this hair is living up here. So I'm gonna